welcome to my channel, Love Storyteller Tarot. My name is Jeanette and this is the new moon solar eclipse in Pisces for February 26th. So I did the lunar one and that was, you know, both of them are for a 6-month cycle. So I'm just trying to remember what it was. I meant to watch it back. But let's concentrate on this one. Just remember that, you know, both the lunar and the solar marry and it's for a 6-month cycle, and they complement each other like the masculine and the feminine. You know, it's the same sort of energy. I don't know too much about what the eclipse are all about. I just know that it's, you know, a more important cycle as in the energies and tuning into you know, your psychic abilities, because Pisces is very much about compassion, spirituality. You know, it's really up there in and very psychic. It's water. It's connected to the moon. Neptune, which represents the hangman, hence I got the cards, is the ruler of Pisces. So, you know, we're being asked, where our love lives are concerned, to be compassionate, one towards yourself. You know, as you're learning and growing, you know, you wouldn't turn around to, and the mistakes you feel you've made, you wouldn't turn around to a little child in front of you that had made a mistake with a stick and start beating it. And, you know, the other cards in the lunar eclipse was about love yourself first. I think the romance angel card was, you know, love yourself first. And it is about loving yourself first and doing things for yourself and getting your life in order, because if your life's not in order, then you're not going to be able to help others. So, you know, and yes, in some shape or form, it's a sacrifice, because it's so ingrained in us to be of service, to be there for others, you know, that you stretch yourself. And, you know, but it's okay to be there for yourself, and it's okay to put your own needs first, because if you're happy, then, you know, the people around you will be happy. I'm just trying to tune into what they're saying, as in as something that's enduring. So it's around relationships, and, you know, if you can really work with these energies for the next 6 months, like I said before, that August September time, then you go into the, you know, harvest time. It is going to be, there are going to be the rewards there. But as I was talking, because I don't want to spend too much time on this, because the video's got to be less than an hour to upload it now. It's causing problems. So when I was shuffling, this literally jumped out of the pack. It's the Magician, and he's saying, you know, it's like, because he's pointing to heaven and he's pointing to the earth, and he's saying, and all these tools, you know, your tools are your skills, are your talents, and you haven't just got one. You've got them in all areas. You know, so that you can survive here on the physical world, the coins, so that you can survive here emotionally, and the swords mentally, and then the wands spiritually. So, you know, it's the 4 pillars, and they need to be balanced and worked on. And you'll be working on more than one than the others, sometimes in your relationships, and then it might be 2 or 3 at the same time. Or it might be you've worked on the 3 and you've only got 1 to go. So it's very much, for me, mine's the physical, and getting the physical sorted, and then, you know, all your ducks are in a row, the pieces of the puzzles come together. But this 6-month cycle is all about your skills and talents. You know, You can't be focusing on love. Love will unfold and love will come to you. Your focus needs to be on what you're here to do, because that's going to always be a part of your life. And you know, as long as you're humble and grateful for what you've got, as the good things come into your life and love comes into your life, and you stay centered, because this is about marrying heaven and earth. It's about you know, you are part of the physical world, and it's about being a service in whatever way that is to you. You know what your skills and talents are. If not, ask people close around you, they'll certainly tell you. Somebody shocked me the other day. I went to a meeting because I'm very much into this. I've got a 5-day challenge this week to do with property and everything, but I went to a meeting on Monday, and you know, they said you're this person said to me, well, you know, you are a salesperson. And I'm like, oh really? Didn't think myself like that, but not that I can sell in that way. All I can do is just be myself. But you know, maybe there are skills and talents that you haven't seen about yourself that will really support you in your life situation at the moment, because once you tap into that energy, this is the magician, you know, he literally pulls things out of the air. This is about magic. It's a Neptune's all about, it can be fantasy. You've got to be careful because there's always the shadow side, you know. It can be fantasy and not seeing things clearly, because this is all about gaining a new perspective, and the perspective is around spirituality. So maybe the old paradigm of spirituality and relationships and what that was built on, maybe now over the next 6 months it's a time to let go of all of that and maybe come up with new concepts and new ideas, because they were all good to get us to the next step, but maybe they're a bit all worn out, and you know, and maybe now it's time for something fresh, because the new moon is all about something fresh, a new beginning and a new fresh start. So, and like I said, Neptune can be you know, a fantasy world, you know, it's where films are made out of. But saying that, even in that, especially the true stories, you know, I went to watch a film called Loving, and I mean, it touched my heart. If you want to know what true love looks like, watch that film, because the adversity and what they had to go through, but both of them just stayed so calm and graceful and loving towards each other, and they just knew. And I won't do a spoiler, but at the end, you know, when they put the real people at the end, and oh my goodness, it just broke my heart. But I saw that as true love. So why am I saying all that? Anyway, let's not go too much into that, because like I said, this has to be shorter. So, and I want to get on to the other cards. And thank you for your lovely warm wishes, and welcome back. And I do miss connecting with you all, but like I said, I'm not completely back. I will be just doing the new moon and the full moon. I haven't, well, there's something else I'm working on to do with the cards, so it's just not the right time for me at the moment, and Spirit's confirmed that for me. But I do appreciate all your well wishes. Let's have a look. I do these for these big cycles because, you know, it's what we're working with. So, and my camera is like going all funny, so I hope this is being recorded. Sometimes I feel it's all against me, and then I think, am I supposed to be doing this? But hey ho. let go. Right, so the energy with the other one was like holding on. I think it was the holding on pattern. It was the telephone, it was the waiting, it was that sort of energy, which complements this. It's together, they go together. But this one, we've got the victim card, and this is all about revenge. And what this is about is like wanting, like playing the victim, the old poor me. It's oh, you did that to me, and blaming and shaming, and then manipulating, and literally this person's, you know, that's like a pond, and this person is going out into the middle and it's cracking, and this person on the side is saying, oh my God, what are you doing, what are you doing, you know, but this person's trying to punish this person and saying, well, you hurt me, you did that to me. And this other person saying, you know, please don't do this to yourself. So and revenge, you know, is it doesn't work. It doesn't work. The only person you hurt is yourself. So whether that's somebody doing it to you, or you're thinking that way to somebody else, it really doesn't work. So this is the energy. It's just that, you know, it's like, oh, poor me, and you really hurt me, and you're not taking steps to move on and play the victim instead of empowering yourself via your skills and your talents. I'll put that one back in there actually, because we'll be using that one in a minute. So you've got to watch this, energy, because that holding on pattern, remember, they're going together, and then punishing somebody by withholding, withdrawing, or even doing something that would be harmful to you or somebody else. So revenge is a no-no. Success is what's needed. You know, it's getting out of that victim mode is what they're saying, and this is on a collective level. I was going to get, I didn't get the archetypal card out, never mind. But let's have a look, see what... Oh, we got trust again. So trust has come up again. So refer back to the other one. I won't spend too much time on that. It is all about trusting in, believing in yourself, not only yourself, in the universe, that you're protected. And I know that's hard sometimes when you've had a broken heart, or you know, sometimes it's hard to see the bigger picture as to why that happened, and it's not usually until the next relationship or a situation changes for you that you can see, oh, I see why that happened, you know. And it's a bit like, and then you get to trust another. But it's a bit like, there's this chappie that I've not known, but I'm aware that this person has been around for a long time. I think I was about 23, maybe 23, 25, when I first saw this person. And I mean, in my book, I call him Mr. Gorgeous, because he is absolutely, to me anyway, gorgeous. And then, you know, he only ever looked, he never said anything. And then I saw, it was at a bonfire evening one time, I was out with my children, and then another time was a theatre, and I'm thinking, oh, I've seen this person before, you know, but it's just a look, nothing said. And yeah, you could get caught up in you know, this Neptune, this fantasy world of that. But you've also got to believe in magic, in serendipity, you know. It's about the balance. And again, then once I moved to this certain village, and then I keep seeing this person, my marriage is coming to an end. Nothing's ever said, but I just keep synchronicity, you know, like always seeing this person. And then I move away from the village, and then it's like 10 years later I go on my path, and then, you know, I've just ended another relationship, very codependent one, which was back in 2007. clearly wanted, but every time, you know, that ended, and then this person shows up again, and I'm like, I'm gobsmacked. And then another 8 years later, which was back in 2015, I just left a situation there because it couldn't be resolved. And then, you know, I was watching a film at the pictures, and they're saying this person's name, and you know, he hasn't shown up yet, but I'm sure he will soon. And I'm like, oh my goodness. And then literally 1 month later, this person did show up again, and it was at a rugby thing, and you know, he was wearing a number 7 t-shirt. For me, 7 is you're on the right path, and it's like a clue for me. It's like a crumb, and I follow it. But also then going back to naming things, because of this person's name and the number 7, that's like a clue for me. And just before Christmas, I was looking for somewhere to live. It's a bit of a hectic time, a bit of a desperate situation. And then this person, this landlord, and his name was the same name, and just going there was the number 7 on somebody's t-shirt going down there, and I thought, oh, for goodness sake. So, but about naming things in situations, you know, I got there because it was for a personal reason, but I've been doing this property training and everything and I couldn't see, because I was so locked into my own personal needs, that it didn't feel right for me personally, because it was down an alleyway and it just didn't feel right for me. And then he was telling me about his situation. It just didn't click quick enough that, oh, that it was a business opportunity. I couldn't separate the two. And now, on hindsight, I can see that's what it was. And luckily, I've still got the email and the number and everything, so I'm going to be working towards that. But that's where I'm saying, you know, you can't name things and let things unfold. It's all about trusting, really. So I don't know why I've told you that, but there you go. Sometimes I'm a chatty Cathy and I forget where I am, but the gift that you get by trusting, I can't remember what the other one was. My apologies, I was going to watch it back. Oh, it was sexuality. And oh my goodness, and then you get the cards come back up again, 2 of them exactly the same. So they are saying this is definitely connected. So whatever I've said in that one, you know, this trust and sexuality goes together, you know, because when you trust yourself, you're comfortable in your own body and you're able to express who you are, whatever, you know, that sexuality is for you. But it is all about being naked, emotionally, because you have to trust to be able to be, you know, bare all, emotionally. So, and that's true in intimacy, is when you bare all emotionally and say how you really feel from the heart. But yeah, and then you get to trust another. So, oh, how interesting. See, that's the magic. That's the magic. Let's have a look, see what time we're doing. Oh, good. Yeah. So there you go. That's like confirmation. The trust and the sexuality thing is the gift. And it was to do with that holding on pattern, wasn't it? With that 4 of coins and that King of Cups, because he was in reverse emotionally, you see. There is no intimacy. There is no intimacy if somebody's holding back on their emotions and unable to express. What are the most important messages? Oh, we got the Queen of Coins come up. So she's the energy of like Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. You know, those very earthly signs. Taurus around stability, Capricorn, you know, that business, enterprise energy, and Virgo, that analytical and perfection energy. And you marry all 3 together, you know, you get success, and that's what she is. very much upright. She's very much, I call her the superwoman, and she's just got so many things. Actually, I'm talking about myself. She's just got so many things going on, and on a practical level, you know, this woman can be good at painting and decorating, cooking, seeing to the kids, like very homely person, but also goes out to work, and she's just, you know, doing projects, helping other people. She's just a very organized and superwoman type. So she's very much playing the part. So even if you're not, you know, this is comes under Pisces, but it's not about that. You can tap into this energy too. They're saying this is the energy you need to tap into, or it will literally represent somebody for you that is the queen, you know, same-sex couples or whatever, or it could be a mother or a sister or whatever, somebody you know. But this woman, this energy, is either somebody you need to tap into yourself and become her, to be successful and happy, because you're not needing to rely on anyone. You know, you've got your own powers, you've got your own skills and talents, like this jumped out. I'm very much on the physical, to marry it and get something off and running. Oh, I do hope that's oh, we got the Sun card again, and I'm sure this came in the center before. So the here and now, the here and now. Things are looking bright, and I keep seeing a brown fan with up on. So things are looking up. Even if you don't feel they are looking up. The sun is shining. This is the solar eclipse, and the sun comes up, that masculine, fiery energy. The other one was Leo, you know, that masculine energy. This is all about freedom, expression, being, you know, that healthy, happy inner child. Because if you are, you're just going to be such a role model to your children, to your family, to friends. You know, you're the ones watching these videos, so it's you, it's your journey, it's your spiritual journey. And this is very much all about freedom. It's also about clarity. The sun shines on things, and it helps things to grow. You can't survive without the sun. You know, you've got the sunflowers, which are very symbolic to the situation, but it's in the same position, so the cards are repeating themselves. Sometimes, you know, you have to get out of your own way where love's concerned, because you know, it could be in the mind that things are a certain way when they're not, and you don't want to be controlling things. So, but there's clarity for this Queen of Pentacles. There's clarity coming for her. It's in the here and now. Around, so I think a lot of people have been, you know, that Hermit, that Virgo, when I was just saying there, is about, you know, isolation and going within, and it's the inner teacher, the wisdom. But you know, this is very much old souls, people that have been here before. But you know, he does stand on the edge of a cliff, a bit like the Fool, but he's not looking up. He's looking, and this sits in the future. He's looking forward. He's not looking backwards. He's looking forwards. He's got his light. So you've got the light. You know, follow the light. The sun is your light. Follow the light, and it's about one step at a time. And if you didn't have that light, you see, there's a hole there. One step forward, and you know, you go down a hole. So keep optimistic, I think is what they're saying. Stay optimistic, stay positive, stay bright, be that bright, shining light. You know, because you will be put into situations when, you know, you wake up, you feel good, you go to work, etc., and then there's somebody there, or somebody texts you or whatever, and then you suddenly come down. Well, that's not about you, that's about them, you know. But it's about trying to balance your energy, get used to discerning what's yours and needs to be worked through, and what is somebody else's, you know. And I'm sensing that around that is that even if they're going through something, you know, you can still be compassionate. The Pisces, compassionate, warm, loving, but you also need a form of detachment when it's not your stuff. But this is all about the next step, and you know, very much the Virgo energy. So maybe needing to analyze something, or you will be. Major arcanas there. And we've got the Karma card come back up again, which is the Judgment in the normal tarot, and it's the step before the world, you know. So I see it as a test, you know. This actual card in this deck anyway, that does represent an eclipse, and it came up for the last one, which I think it was there, and now it's come up in this one, because remember the lunar comes before the solar, which then puts this in the past. So, you know, maybe there's going to be a test from now until the 26th of February. You've got that Valentine's Day love thing around that as well. But if you can work through this, or this Queen of Pentacles, because this is about coming into a more mature phase of your life. So, and that's definitely her. She is the feminine energy, and it's all around, because this is what's at the heart of the matter, is all around balance, and change. This is very much the change card, but learning to juggle, having to juggle. And sometimes when you have to make a big decision, and sometimes that is about leaving you know, a long-term relationship, which shouldn't be taken lightly, but sometimes when there is that change that's needed, you know, this can be about taking on two things. Like, this can be like two homes, moving from one, moving to another, or having to take on another job, a part-time job, or, you know, one of these home jobs that brings in a bit of income. Because I'm sure on one of them I was saying something about an exit strategy for some, those that have tried everything and has recognised it's not a life purpose issue around, you know, your spirituality and trying to find yourself, because you can do that in relationships. They don't always have to end. You know, if somebody's done that and worked through all that and then have decided, well, there's nothing else for me to try, and their growth would be more expanded by leaving, then this card can definitely come up, and it's what's at the heart of matter. So change, they're saying change is required right now, to do with love. You know, it's very turbulence, this sea at the back, and this ship it's choppy. But, you know, this person has its back to it, and it's standing like in a certain very strong position, like that his legs is on balancing. It's like a balancing act. And yeah, sometimes, you know, to bring about that change, it is a balancing act. But that there's something to do with karma, and this eclipse. So maybe something will have happened during that time. to do with, this is very psychic energies. It is that Pisces, you know, we've even got the fish here, so definitely around this Pisces solar eclipse. And it's the fish, isn't it? It's the, no, was that Cancer? No, yeah, the fish, the two. It's about swimming upstream or swimming downstream, and they're telling me about the ducks that I were filming the other day, and you know, the water's coming down but they're swimming up, and it'd have been so much easier for them just to go with the flow, but they wouldn't end up where they need to be. So sometimes it's hard to understand that flow. Like I said in the last one about the castaway, having that sign ready to move forward. But pages are about messengers. It's about innocence, new psychic abilities coming in, and maybe but also for those that have children, you know, this can be, brings about change. Then you come into, you know, your psychic powers, because we're talking about skills and talents, and we had that King of Cups here in reversed. They can be messengers too, but being a messenger of the divine and, you know, intuition, she's very comfortable with her emotions. So this is all about new feelings, stirring. And once this change happens, but this change is for the good. This change is for the good. It's for the betterment of all. And I know sometimes you think you're selfish and making the change and thinking, well, that's all about me, and then what about the consequences? And sometimes you can be the hermit and withdraw and analyse too much. It's about finding the balance, but you know, it's this Sun card was with the other one, so go back to that and see what was there in that row there, and then the Hangman shows up. So this is the Neptune with the Karma. So I just sense that, because this is about sacrificing. And in the olden days, they really did. They used the solar eclipse, and they did sacrifices, didn't they? In a more horrific way. But this is about, you know, time out. Like I said, if you had time out, because this is the past row, in considering the karmic consequences to your actions. But this is all about gaining a new perception, and that is the test, it feels, or challenge, is to gain a new perspective instead of thinking the old ways. You know, the old ways, and this going into this pattern, the withholding on the other one, and then wanting the revenge that only hurts oneself. So oh, we've got the, yeah, see, for me, the Seven of Cups in reverse, that's all about opportunities, and quite a few of them, and thinking, oh goodness, which one shall I take, you know. And he's sort of like, his hand comes out as a warning, be careful, make sure you do make the wise choice. But in reverse, this can be a bit fantasy land, especially because this is the ruler of Neptune. This can be a bit fantasy land, so you've got to be careful. You've got to be careful. You've got to be clear about what it is that, yeah, there you go. There's the 8. You've got the 7 in reverse, and then you've got the 8. So this is about walking away. And so it feels like there's, you know, because of the Hermit and the change, and then the Hangman, it feels like there needs to be a time out, and you really need to be really considering and thinking about over the next 6 months, you know, that to the end, that August period, about your choices in love on an emotional level, because this is all about walking away, and that is the future card. So what's going on underneath? We've got the 3, no, we've got the 2, because this is about partnership, you see, creativity and partnership, business partnerships, but it's in reverse. And the only other card that's in reverse is this one. So maybe there's something to do with an emotional situation and a business situation, but you need to be, this needs to be upright, and either looking for a business partner, or, you know, that entrepreneurship. This is also about a relationship with the divine, but it is in reverse, and that's in reverse. So let's have a look, go a bit deeper quickly. One of the most important messages for this Queen of Coins. So let's go a bit deeper. But it's all around sexuality is the gift, you see, but trust. You know, he's literally jumping over crocodiles one by one. So it's around a trust issue, and this is about destiny, being on the right path and destiny, but also the cross, very much like this. It's like a time to pause, something around karma. Really got to think carefully. They're telling me about the consequences. This Queen of Coins. So if that in her destiny, and her destiny, it is around her destiny. Oh yeah. See, this is a bright future, and it's what's at the heart of the matter. Change. You know, on the Crowd card, it's literally just change on there. So yeah, you're going to have to be juggling and changing things up, and to change the situation, and working hard, because it's also, you know, the coins. This can be about debt as well, your bank accounts. You've got to get that sorted. Seems to be around finances, but this is about longevity, and this is about a star, a wish, and this does come under the wish, this eclipse, a wish, and working hard towards something, and something enduring, something long, something that has a long life, and it's around a relationship. So that's destined, a destined path for this Queen of Coins, Pentacles. Oh, Sun card has got the key. So being optimistic, seeing the potential of a situation, or yourself, you know, there's somebody or something around you that holds the key. Well, literally feeling free is the key to success. This is about success, and it's on the Sun card for this Queen of Coins, Pentacles. Oh, So, wow, this is like an old soul. It's a relationship. It's a relationship that's the key. And this relationship is long lasting. I just sensed and felt it was something around a relationship and long lasting. So this, you know, if you haven't been in one for a while, and I'm talking about years, then a significant other is about to come in, because this is the future card. So if you have made those changes, because that's what's at the heart of matter, stay with it, keep positive, you know, keep going for those of you that have, because that is the success. And this is an old soul. An old soul. What I mean by that is they've got wisdom. They've been here many times before, so they're very, very aware. Be careful not to analyze love situations too much. Or this is somebody who goes into the hermit stage, can withdraw, come out, withdraw, come out, withdraw. Could be a Virgo. Could be a Virgo. Let's have a look. Well, it's all around this karmic situation is all around security and stability and standing your ground. Like I said, you keep going. There's something around a test around security, because that together is, but it's very positive cards. Yeah, and you just need the strength. If that is to do with children, then of course, you know, if you're leaving a situation or somebody's left you, you know, because we've got the revenge card there, so it could be that somebody's left the building, and oh, I need to hurry up. So yeah, this is about strength and something really important. But this is newness. These two together is new feelings, romance, and or it can be a birth of something new, even the birth of you know, your psychic powers. But this is great feelings, something. This is a really strong, very important, very strong love relationship here. Very strong. Oh, how exciting. Well, we got the friendship card come up, but it is more in the past. So, you know, this is about being either a friend of either sex, or you're needing to be more friendly, or a friend's taking a time out, somebody that you'd class as a friend. It could also be somebody that classes a member of your family. This card comes up also with that. So yeah, they're gaining a new perspective on something. This person, they're gaining a new perspective. Oh, but whatever choice it is, there's good luck. So if you feel you've made a mistake, you haven't, they're saying, because we've got the Clover card on top, and it's something. Or this friend, if they've made a mistake, if you've got any friends that they feel they've made a mistake, they're saying no, because they've got the Clover card here, and this friendship brings luck, So, and it's around finances. This is like a spiritual journey, but an investment. So it could be about you investing in yourself, or it could be about investment as in, you know, finances, money. But very positive. Let's have a look quickly. Oh, this is all about something growing, but this card's in reverse, so that could just be delays. We've got the 2 again, we've got the 2 there. The change has to happen. If it involves somebody else, then it's more difficult, but this is like something growing and growing into a good something good, where it bears fruit, you know. But this could be a delay around that for some reason. But let's put this card back in. Let's just get a few cards out on the Queen of Coins. Remember this cycle, and the other one is going for 6 months. So like I said about timing, you can't put a time on things. This is a shout out. This is like enthusiasm. She is being enthusiastic around her destiny, around her path, her life purpose, to do with work. You know, this can be a stage where you've actually had enough of one job and you're looking for something new. Yeah, and we've got the Two of Rods there come up, which is there in reverse, so it's to do with the Queen of Pentacles. It's interesting because the lunar one, which is about feminine, the masculine showed up. Somebody who's emotionally constipated, as I call it, shut down in the future, and then she has come up in the solar eclipse. So, but it's to do with her as the coins, that Four of Coins, and the holding pattern was to do with him. This is to do with her, and this is about business, because she's fed up with the work she's doing. She's reached a stage where, you know, that Virgo, paying attention to detail. She knows what she's doing, but she's given an enthusiastic shout out. For some it could be the enthusiastic shout out I'm getting is for those that are employed is like, up yours, I've had enough, I'm going, because you've got the change card here. And then you go into self-employed, because we're talking about, where's the Magician gone? We're talking about skills and talents, but something maybe that would take a long time to grow. But I also got a sense that you've got to do the Virgo around love. You've got to do the Virgo around love and really, really tune in to what it is that you know that you want, really. Let's just pull a few cards out on the dog, as long as I finish by 5-2, because of YouTube, and it was only 7 seconds over. Yeah, we had to do it all over again, couldn't even do the thing. But yeah, something to do with the Queen of Swords in reverse. So that's somebody very spiteful, all right, bitch, says something horrible. So I don't know if that is a woman. She can come under Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Sun, Moon or Rising, around a collaboration or partnership. So somebody's screwed something up, and then we've got the Judgment card come back up, which is just above, around stability. That's all I'm getting with that, to do with that friendship there. Right, let's have a look. Oh, take half of the table with me. Let's have a look, see what the romance angels want to say. Most important messages, please. I can't remember all the other ones. Yeah, free yourself. Something around freedom, because this is what's at the heart of the matter. And the star is about your soul star. It's about your calling. You know, your life purpose, your reason for being here is far more important than, and sometimes, yes, that includes a true love relationship, which this Loving film definitely did, which was about endurance. But it's time to take back control of your life, and that's why this is in the middle, because you've got to. It's time now, definitely over the next 6 months, before the fall comes. Whatever work you do now on yourself and getting yourself organised and making that change, whatever it is for you, exit plans if need be, You know, it's not about giving your power away to anybody, especially in relationships. You know, I'll go back to what I said in the last one. It's about respect. Respect is the #1 key to a successful relationship. You know, and this unicorn is wounded, and it's around a wedding. So to me, it's around a marriage situation. So for those that are married, they're saying you need to free yourself. This situation involves a marriage. This can be your own marriage. This can be, it's about, what do they say now? It's about conscious uncoupling. And it is true. If your soul contracts come to an end, you know, without the revenge, you've got to, the old victim going down that path, where you just got to trust. You've got to trust, especially when children are concerned. You know, there's something around a marriage, and it's time to free yourself now. And that codependency, and this can be way back to your parents' marriage or their marriage, and a legacy that's been passed down from one generation to another. It's just not working. That template is just not working anymore, and you want to be an inspiration, and you want to be an inspiration to your children, your family, and to other women, to other men, or whatever, to move your life forward. But it's definitely around a wedding situation, marriage situation, because they're saying it is safe for you to love. You know, you've got to open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all, which is the divine love. You know, so, and for some, that is putting somebody else's needs before your own, in a way that if it's not working for them, then, you know, it's time to come together and work out a strategy, an ending that's not going to be hurtful to either parties. For those that it is. For others, it's about freeing yourself by being totally honest about how you feel, because there is this, for those of you that feel that you do want to, it is time to go. Or the other person has cheated on you or whatever, you know, there is a very strong bond, a very important relationship, and it's connected to finances. But for others, you know, it will be about getting counselling. Free yourself by getting counselling and getting the help that you need. Let's just see what these want to say. I've literally, sorry about the other one, I did finish on a nice namaste and everything, but we had to cut some seconds off. So most important message for this solar eclipse. It's a no, but it's not a no with an exclamation mark, so don't know what the no is about. For some it might make sense. It could be it's a no now or something, but let's have a bit more clarity, which might help you, because obviously you pause your video and ask the question and tune in. They're saying no. Maybe to something, but it's not a total no, but there is an opportunity there, and that there's going to be this opportunity that presents itself over the next 6 months, really, to do with love. And let's just have a look. The whisper of love. What would you like us to know? Love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts, because this is the card that's here, and that holding on with the other one, and provides a sense of security, which is this one here. Self-worth and importance, because it is around, you know, you date, you go out with people as to how you feel about yourself, and vice versa, they do too. But That's why, you know, you've got to put yourself first. It's about self-worth and importance. Love is strong and can endure anything. Remember I said about the star, it's something about a wish, long-lasting, enduring. Love is strong, can endure anything. If you trust love, we come back to the trust again. Everything else will fall into place. But that is the divine love, not a romantic love in that sense. If there are challenges, it is important that you allow your heart to remain open. And that is that one. It is safe for you to love. So it will be different for everybody. I can't do a personal reading for everybody, but I am doing personal readings still. So if you need some support over the next 6 months with this, then please get in contact. But you know, it's saying, if you can, watch that film Loving, you know, because it says about love endures. So it'll be different for everybody, but I do hope that helps you, and I'll wish you great happiness and love. And I will be back. I'm not doing the elementals just yet. I'll be back again for the full moon for next month and the new moon for next month. But until then, I am here, so please reach out, and always sending you lots of love and connecting with you in my quiet times. So lots of love. Namaste.